Proverbs 4:23. Be very careful to keep your mind safe. The thoughts that you think make you the person that you are. Hey guys, my name is Debbie and you're welcome back to Debbie's Eye. You guys, do you know my favorite thing about the Bible? It's the fact that it has the answer and the solution to every problem or challenge that we face. And that is why for this video, I had to begin with that Bible verse, because I was like, if you would not listen to me when I tell you to do something, you would listen to God our Father in heaven. And if you listen to that verse correctly, you would know that that Bible verse and the topic of today's video is basically saying the same thing. It is telling us that for us to create the future we want for ourselves, for us to become that man or that woman that we want to be, doing the things we want to do, making big moves, spending money, doing whatever, going on vacations, buying diamonds and bling bling and all of those things, you have to guard your mind. You need to be careful what you let in and out of your mind. Now, the mind defines us, it guides us through life. The mind helps to mold the way we view the world and others, and the mind is a tool that is needed for us to succeed at anything in life. If you believe you're going to succeed at something you want to do, you are more likely to succeed compared to someone who goes with that mindset of, oh, I'm not going to succeed at this thing. Those people, they've already failed like even before they started. And that is why we need to keep our mind safe. We need to be sure we're only thinking positive thoughts or filling our minds with positive energy, because once these negative thoughts come into your mind and they take hold of you, they could literally cripple you and stop you from moving or from following your dreams. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things that I do just to make sure I'm keeping my mind safe. I'm keeping bad vibes, bad energy away from my mind, because as we all know, like when we hear the word guard means like a guard. For instance, if you live in an estate and you have these gates, there are people who guard the gates, the security men, the whatever. Their job is to only allow wanted visitors in and then keep the unwanted visitors out. If you don't have access code, you can't come in. That's basically the work of these security men. So we need these same security men. We need them in our minds to guard our minds, so that we are only letting in things that are going to like build us up, encourage us, to become who we want to be, and not the ones that would drag us down. So the first thing that I do to guard my mind is I try to fill myself with positive self-talk. Now, this is something that I struggled with a lot. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. And I think that is because I was just so used to things not working out for me that I never used to expect them to work out for me. So even when positive thoughts come into my mind subconsciously, like by mistake, I would actually open my dirty stinking mouth and say things like, oh, it's not possible, this type of thing cannot happen for me. Let's take for example, I have like this secret TikTok account that I post TikTok videos. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, I would eventually share that account to the world, but for now it's secret. It's for just me, myself, and I. And sometimes when I post videos on there, and maybe I'll just my mind will just say something like, Debbie, what if you check that video, you don't get like 5,000 views? I would open my mouth and say, it's not possible, Joe. The last one when I get now 500, where 5,000 won't come from. So I would say things like that, and it started to bother me. Like, Debbie, why do you even say this type of things to yourself? Like, can't you just claim it? Can't you just accept it? Even if it doesn't happen, like, can't you just do that? And then coincidentally, I watched a video, an interview by for this artist, whether it's Sawiti or whether it's Sweetie, whether it's Sawiti. Me, I don't know how to pronounce her name. If you know the pronunciation, please teach me, but I'm going to be spelling it so you can see. And I watched one of her interviews and she was talking about the song that brought her to the limelight, which is called Icy Girl. And she said Icy Girl was like an affirmation. If you've listened to that song, you know what I'm talking about. It's her just talking about having diamonds, going on trips, having money in her bank account. And she was like, when she made that song, she was poor. She should not be singing that type of song, but she sang it because she told herself this is who she's going to become, so she might as well just start claiming it, that kind of thing. And I was like, okay, let me try this thing. And words of affirmation is something that we also see online, on Twitter, on Instagram, where people talk about it a lot. So I was like, okay, let me try it. Let me welcome positive thoughts. So what I did was, even when those thoughts came, let's go with my TikTok views example thing. even when the thought comes up, oh Debbie, what if you check this video and you have 5k views? I'll be like, yes, amen, it's possible. I believe I can have 5k views. I started to say it out loud, because even in church we're taught that if you want to rebuke the devil, you have to open your mouth and say it. So I started saying it out loud, and I'm not going to lie to you, I started having better views in my videos. And even when I went back to check, because I didn't even used to go back and check old videos to see if the views are picking up, because I was not expecting it to pick up. I just had this mindset of the video is not going to go viral. I'm not going to have anything more than 5k views. So why should I bother? But when I started saying those positive things, when I went back to check my old videos, I found out that most of them were actually doing well. I even had a video that had up to 26,000 views, and I had no idea, because I'd already told myself good things will not happen to me. So why would I go back and check? And things started picking up for me. And after that time, I'm not going to lie to you, after that initial time when things started picking up, things went back to the way they were before. My views dropped for some reason which I don't know, I did not understand. And I was like, is it that this thing, is it a scam? Why did it work before and why is it not working now? And I got to understand that positive self-talk, words of affirmation, it is not a magic wand. It's not something that you just say and then it happens. In fact, your positive talk, your words of affirmation, they may or may not have an effect on the external, but they will definitely have an effect on you on the inside. They will definitely have an effect on you internally, because what I saw was that the more I said those things, the more confident I became, the more open I was to trying new things, the less afraid I was. Like, I was changing inside and I did not know. So I'm here to advise you, if you want to try words of affirmation, it's not like as you talk and it go happen, but what happens is that you become more confident in who you are. These days, even when I check my videos and I don't get a lot of views, I'm not discouraged unlike before. I know that I didn't get the views today, but deep in my heart, I know I'm going to get it tomorrow. So it doesn't deter me, it doesn't stop me, it just pushes me going forward. So if you've not been filling your life with self-talk, positive self-talk, if you've not been filling your head with words of affirmation, you need to get into it. Secondly, another thing I do to guard my mind is to practice gratitude. If you look all around you, if I'm being honest, you don't even have to look around you. There are so many reasons to thank God. God has been so good. God has been so kind. God has been so merciful. So if you want to guard your mind, focus on the things that God has done for you. Fill your heart with gratitude. Tell him, God, I thank you for this. In fact, thank him for the ones that he's going to do in the future, because he is definitely going to do it. Number 3 is going to be spend time with like-minded people. When I say like-minded people, I mean people who are on the same path as you. If, for example, you want to be a content creator, spend time with fellow content creators. Spending time with like-minded people can be so uplifting. They get where you are coming from, they share your passion, and they can just motivate you to continue to reach your goals. Now, I remember the first time I went for an acting audition, and it felt good to be there. It felt like I didn't have to explain myself. I didn't have to tell anybody why I wanted to be an actor. We all understood, we all got it. And it was also very inspiring for me to see fellow actors, to see people who had starred in YouTube movies on Netflix, and it just gave me this reassurance that I was on the right path. Like, coming for this audition was the right thing for me to do, because people who are already what I want to be, this is exactly how they started. So that was very encouraging. So if you already know what you want to be, you already know what you want to do, spend time with people like that. Let's take, for instance, you're a photographer. A fellow photographer will understand why you want to use your house rent to buy a camera, but to other people it's madness. It's like, why are you spending so much money on a camera? You can buy one of 150k, you can, but when you're having this conversation with a fellow photographer, like, they understand it, they get it. So one way to guide your mind, spend your energy with people that are on the same path as you. Number 4, consume content related to what you want to be. Now, doing this keeps you motivated, it teaches you new things, it motivates you, it just opens your mind to actually seeing what you want to achieve. I, for one, am a YouTuber, so on days when I feel very, very unmotivated, I watch videos of my favorite YouTubers, and I tell myself that the way I feel watching these people is what I want to give to my own viewers. So that just motivates me, and most times, either consciously or subconsciously, I pick up things from them, I learn from them, and I implement those things in my own video. So whatever it is you want to do, if you're a makeup artist, have I used this example before? I don't know. If you're a makeup artist, if you are, what else do people do? If you want to start up a small business, if you want to start up a small business, learn from other people who have small businesses. Like, watch their videos. What are they posting? How many times are they posting? How are they posting? And implement those things in your own whatever it is that you are doing. So make sure you're consuming more of those content. I'm not in any way saying don't watch movies, don't listen to music, don't do. You can do all those things, but especially on days where you're unmotivated, watch the ones that are related to your field, related to the things you want to do. If you're an artist, make sure you don't miss award shows like the Grammys, or because when you watch them, it's like, oh, one day I'm going to be on the red carpet, one day I'm going to do this, one day I'm going to do that. So it just has this way of, like, motivating you. Last but not the least, one very important way to guard your mind is by being mindful of who you share your plans with. Now, me, I'm not bothered about evil eye. I don't care about those things, because I know the God I serve. Like, there is nothing you want to do to scatter my blessings or to destroy the plans God has for me. But I still try to be careful with the people I share with, and that's because I understand that the people you talk to, they can either encourage you or discourage you, or have no effect on you if you have a strong mind. And not everybody has a strong mind. Not everybody has the kind of mind where it's like, no matter what you say, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. So if your mind is not strong yet, even if your mind is strong, instead of talking, instead of doing all this church or show walking, do you understand? So sometimes, and most times, these people who even discourage us, it's not really because they hate us, it's not because they don't want us to make it, it's not because they are jealous, but it's just that they just cannot see the vision. They don't understand, they can't see how it's possible for you to achieve all these your dreams. So talking to them is an absolute waste of time. So these days, I'm like really careful who I share with. I don't tell everybody about my plans. I only talk to people who are related to what I'm doing, because I don't want anybody to come and speak fear into my plans, or to tell me to not work, or to discourage me, or to give me advice that I did not ask for. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's not wrong to take advice from people, but like, there are some advice that you listen to that will start making you doubt yourself, or make you overthink things that you're not even supposed to overthink. So just make sure you're very, very careful whoever you're discussing your plans with. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. So like I said, guard your mind to shape your future. These are things that I do just to make sure my mind is in that positive, that encouraging, that uplifting atmosphere, good vibes, good energy. And you guys, as always, please drop your comments. Let me know what you do to guard your mind. Let me know what you're doing to shape your future. I always want to hear from you. And don't forget to like this video. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I am fighting with you. Please and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye. Mwah.